What's cracking, everyone? New video. And today, I'm going to get into a story that happened back when I was in Old Folsom, when the woods got slammed down in the chute. Now, in order to tell this story, I have to go back and give you a little history of what happened. Back in the 60s, during the civil rights movement, the blacks were getting oppressed inside of the CDC. So there was a guy, I'm not gonna say his name. You know what, actually I will say his name. He's still alive, in his mid-70s. He should be getting out soon, so I'll say his name. His name is King Kunta, Black revolutionary leader. So what happened was, he got fed up with the way that his people and our people were being treated by the COs. So what King Kunta did was he organized a plan to rebel. So one day he approaches Rasa from up north and Rasa from down south, and he says, "I'm tired of these jive turkeys." So he put a plan together to not eat for 3 days. Now, at this time, this will be considered the first hunger strike. But hold on, it gets better. King Kunta decided to only drink water for 3 days. Now, if you know anything about the water in San Quentin back in the 60s, it was really bad. It gave you diarrhea. So everyone came to an agreement that they were gonna just drink the water and the milk. Unbeknownst to the whole theater, King Kunta was also lactose intolerant. So they put the plan together, Thanksgiving 1968, 3 days prior to Thanksgiving. So the 3 days go by, everyone's on board with the strike, and it's Thanksgiving. So they come around and they pass out the trays. No one eats it. As a matter of fact, everybody threw the food on the floor and took a shit on their tray. Now, they used to give us these little packets of sugar for our coffee. So we sprinkled the sugar on top of the shit after we shaped it into a pie. And then we put a little extra dingleberry on top. And when the COs came to pick up the trays, we handed them the trays back with the shitty poo-poo pie on it. Now, of course, they didn't like that. King Kunta was labeled as being the leader, and he was the first black man, or maybe even the first man in general, to get slammed down in his shoe. Now, fast forward, this is about 2003. In New Folsom, the Woods were getting into it with the COs because one of the Woods' toilets wasn't working. And, you know, after a couple of days, he had put in a few complaints, and the COs didn't want to come fix the toilet. So one day he gets mad at the CO, and the CO says, well, since you want to be a smartass, and he did something to where all of the Woods toilets stopped working. So this was around the time of February, which is Black History Month. So the Woods, they all went on a strike and stopped eating. When they stopped eating, they drank nothing but water. They drank their milk. So on the third day, they're sitting in their cells. Oh, mind you, they weren't able to go to Cantina. So, oh my bad, tienda. So, when the CO is doing his count on the third day, and he's walking by all these wood cells, and he sees that they're shaping something in the shape of a pie, what looks to him to be chocolate and sugar. So he stops once he gets to the fourth cell, and he says, hey, what is that? That doesn't look like something we sell in the store. So the Woods are ignoring him. Finally, he gets the balls to open the door, and as soon as he does, the Wood throws the poo-poo pie right in his face. Naturally, he panics, calls for backup. They come in, take all the Woods to the hole, slam them down, give them on shoe terms. I tell you this story to let you know it's not always about race in prison, you know? Sometimes it's just business. So, in honor of King Kunta and Black History Month, the Woods made those poo-poo pies and rebelled against the COs. And historically, the Woods and the Blacks don't see eye to eye, but they came together for that. So, tell the ones that you love them. And if you do end up in prison, you never know, you might have to make a poo-poo pie. That's my evil laugh.